I'm switching though. Crazy.
And we live. Hey, welcome to another episode of Easy Sports. And today I'm joined by James, Men's,
What's
Gentlemen.
happening? What's
Hey,
happening?
it's been a minute, James. Dog. Where have you been hiding, dog?
Hey, dog. Nappies.
Yeah,
You know, I'm knee deep in nappies, man. But we out here, man. How you guys?
yeah. I know we good, man. We good. We do. Can't complain.
Chilling, bro.
Can't complain. It's just this heat, man.
Yeah,
This heat is just unbearable. But you know what?
that's
It
bad.
is what it is, man. It is what it is. When you pray for rain, gotta deal with the mud too. I'm a person who loves summer. I don't know about you guys. I'm a summer person, bro.
That's
I just like
unfortunate.
wearing vests, wearing shorts. That's just how I roll.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
same.
yeah.
I'd rather deal with this than cold fronts, dog. So I'm happy,
Yeah,
man.
yo, I know no ways. Cold France as well. Miss me with that. But anyway, let's hop right into it. You know what I mean? Let's just hop right into it. I'm just gonna share my screen now. Please advise if you guys can see. We'll start off with the main man, King James, 39,000 voice. Yes, let's start with you, James, since his surname and your name are the same, dog. How you feeling about this achievement, bro?
Yeah, man. Look, when he hit that 39, even before he hit 39, I was just looking at like the top 20 to see who's still there, man. Who could possibly hit that number? Steph Curry, impossible, won't get there.
Yeah,
KD,
Yeah,
who's been called the second greatest scorer. I was actually doing the math. So if he averages 30 games a season for the next 5 years, he'll get there. So he'll get that 40, But we all know
yeah,
KD can't play 82 games. You know,
yeah.
he'll give you like 60 games or 50 games. He's been quite injury prone over the last few years, So, just goes to show that you have one of the greatest scorers in KD for me. That guy has his bag is full, bro. Like mid range,
100%.
free throws,
mhm.
three ball. He can do it all, bro. He can play in the paint, and he's the last surviving person that I think can get there, So in order to get to 39,000, there's a lot of things that needs to happen. Like LeBron has been averaging about 20, not less than 25 points per game for 21 years. Like
That's
you have to have good injuries. You've got to be a
Mm,
scorer. You
yeah.
can't quit and go play baseball
yes.
for 18 months.
Shots
You quit
fired.
on your teammates like the so-called goat that did. So
Yes.
I mean, yeah, man, to do that, bruh, I know people say it's a longevity award, but man, I don't think anyone else will ever get to such heights. I mean, even looking at the younger cats, your Ant Edwards, I mean, you have to be at 25 points per game for 20 years to get there. You
Yeah,
miss 1 or 2 seasons and it's over unless you have like a crazy spurt where you're doing like 35 or 40 for a stretch of about 5 years, which is impossible. So yeah, man, big ups to King James. Like for me, every single milestone for me is always an achievement. I know they call it longevity, but man, it's almost impossible to do what he does. And I mean, I've been watching him over the last 2 seasons. I mean, even this season, you can't say the guy's 39. Bro, he's
yeah,
so easy. He's bullying guys. And I've seen
yeah,
this season, he's running through the paint. Like you'd think that at 38 or 39, you'd be a little bit of afraid of contact and injuries. He's running through guys,
yeah,
bro. So big ups to him, man. So I think for me, yeah, that's all I can say about LeBron, bro.
yeah. And then Menzi, bro. I have something for you. I just have something for you. I'm gonna just share it now, guys. Actually, for the both of you guys. Number of 30-point games as a Laker. Shaq has 188. LeBron has 108.
Crazy.
Mm,
And I mean, Shaq has played 514 games for the Lakers, and LeBron has only played 291.
mm.
Like, yo, when I mean,
Crazy.
where do
But
you
like,
think? Yeah, sorry, you can go, Minz. You can
where
go.
do I think?
Where do you think he'll end? Like, which number do you think LeBron will set for everyone? What's the benchmark?
Um, Number of games or the number of points?
Points. Yeah,
Well, I think
points.
LeBron when he retires is going to be touching maybe 42, 43,000. That's what I'm seeing. I think he'll be, because by the end of this season he will be on 40K, bro. If he
Yeah.
he does like 1,000 points average, and then if he makes playoffs, that's like an extra number of points. He could get 40K when the season is over, and then he has
Yeah.
like another 2 years left. I'm assuming that's just an assumption.
Yeah.
He could touch 43,000 by the end of his career, bro.
Yeah. And do you guys think LeBron is gonna retire in the next 2 seasons? And in saying that, do you think he'll still be as elite as he is when he retires, or do you guys think Father Time will eventually catch up to him and he'll start, slowing down? Start with you,
Bro,
James.
they've been saying that LeBron is going to slow down since he turned like 34. It's been
Yeah.
6 years of people praying for his downfall.
Yeah.
So he's looking healthier and healthier. I think for him, obviously, you can see the difference in LeBron James this season compared to, when he came back from that foot injury last season. He's more explosive. Like there's a move that he did today. I think he faked. I think it was I don't know if it was John Collins or Horton. Sorry, he did this and the guy moved there and he ran and he dunked. Man, I was like, that is a sign that he's healthy. And when he's healthy, he's explosive. And he still looks explosive. So for me, I think he still has about, and I think for LeBron, it won't be about his body slowing down. I think for him getting bored.
Yeah, 100%.
Once he gets bored, I think that's when he's gonna be done. And when he becomes a billionaire and he's got business enterprises, there's things like calling his names and like his wife wants to chill, similar to like in football, Alex Ferguson, when when his wife was like, what, I'm aging, I'm tired, I just want to chill at home. And I think those things will play in his mind and he'll be like, what, why am I doing this? So I think for me, that's what I think is gonna slow down. I still see like a good number of years in him. As funny enough, I feel like he wants to catch, not a basketball player, he wants to catch Tom Brady in terms of longevity. Brady did 45, so I think for him will be like, what, I'm gonna try and 45. So yeah, so I think he's got, like, for me personally, a good 5 years, but it's all in the mind, man.
100%. I think he's gonna wait for Bryce, guys. I think he's gonna wait for Bryce just to flex on the rest of us, bro. That 2 of my kids, I got the opportunity to play with both of them. Because I mean, next season isn't Bronny, depending on how well he does for LSU. It's LSU, right? The school that he chose, if I'm not mistaken.
No, he's at USC.
Yes, LSU.
No, USC. USC.
USE.
USC.
Oh, USC. Oh, okay.
Oh, my bad. I thought it was LSU.
LSU, that's where Angel Reese.
What's USC? Is it South Carolina?
Sorry, man. You're right. It's Angel Reese, dog. I'm just
Angel Reese is at LSU. He's at USC.
Oh, LSU is where Angel Reese is. Yeah.
And of course, Shaq is also a former LSU student.
LSU.
Yeah. No, Chance. I feel like this guy, man, will retire averaging at least 20 points, which is incredible. And yeah, man, it's crazy how he's still one of the best players in his position at his age. It's just so incredible. And of course, I'd like for us to move over to another small forward who also moved up the rankings. I know Menzi's not really a fan of homie, but yeah, man, KD. Do you guys think KD will touch 30K minimum?
It's possible.
Yeah.
Possible.
Easily. I mean,
he can, dog. I mean, he's on 27. That's like 4 seasons. 30K.
Yeah.
It's possible,
man, I think,
bro. But
he can average about 22,000 a season. I mean, he's on 30 points a season. Let's say he plays 60 games.
Yeah.
That's 1,800. I mean, he's already played 15 games, so 5 games, that's 30 points a game. He can get to 28,600 by the end of the season. Yeah, so about that for me, I think another about 30 points a game. I think, isn't he like the leading points per game this season?
Yeah.
Or is it? I know there's Shy is there. There's him. There is Luka.
Yeah.
There's obviously Embiid with his fraud game. Fraud game, man. I don't rate his game, eh?
Hey, are you for real, James? I thought you had a big fan, dog.
Nah, never been. He's a free throw merchant, man.
Hey,
Yeah. So, but anyway, so look, I think KD will. Yeah, look, but I think he's just too injury prone. But for me, in terms of skill set, he's got for me. He's attacking wise, he's more well packaged than LeBron. Like
yeah,
good talk,
it really
you know.
is.
Never mind the whole spectrum that LeBron has in terms of his passing game. I mean, at some point he was quite good in D. I was also pretty good in the 2019 Lakers team that won the championship. He was pretty good in D then, but I think
Yeah,
recently not so much. So I think there's a much bigger aspect in the game to LeBron. But I think KD scoring, attacking wise, he's proficient, man. I really rate him a lot, man.
What's up, gents?
yeah.
Yeah.
What up, boy?
Oh
Yeah,
boy.
What's good?
What's good? What's good, man? Yeah. So of course, what up, boy? I did see you were commenting here earlier, but do you think UKD will reach 30K when on your end?
I think he definitely will because he's 35 and he's still playing at a high level. So as far as his skill, I'm not worried. He's still showing that he can score the way he's been scoring his entire career. So I do think definitely before he retires, he'll hit 30,000.
No. It is what it is. It is what it is. I know. Just let's move on to the next slide. This has to do with trades, guys. I mean, this is one of the trades that I saw today. It's been making a few rounds. I won't say it's been all over, but do you guys think this move will benefit the Hornets? I know I'm not saying that they're gonna be favorites in any way, but Menzi, do you think that this will take them to a playoff berth or even winning at least one playoff game? I mean, playoff series.
I mean, it could. The Hornets aren't bad, and obviously Zach will make them better. But I mean, I don't see why Zach would even want to go here. Like, I don't know. The furthest they'll do is playoffs, bro. Like, I don't know. I don't think Zach would go here like at his own will.
Yeah.
So it'll be an improvement, but not enough to make a bang. I don't think it'll be worth his while.
Yeah, I mean, you saw what the Hornets did to my Celtics, bro. I mean,
Yeah, it happens. That does happen. It happens. The team, there's those teams that just randomly beat you. It doesn't mean anything to me, really.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then James, you on your end.
And Miles Bridges is back also,
That's what-
guys. Miles Bridges is back on the team. Dog. This team is weird, bro.
Look, they do got a weird team, right? Like I don't know, I don't know. It's a weird mix of players, man. I don't see it like well knit and it's like a tight group, The Warriors really taught us in terms of okay, let's put the last two seasons aside. I really like the 2015-16, okay, but not before KD came. The 2015-2016 Warriors, man. They were for me, yeah, they were quite elite for me. Like in terms of how the team was put together and how they were structured, they were a proper team, So the Hornets, very dysfunctional team, dysfunctional players. Zach LaVine, look, for the amount of money that he gets, he's never won anything, And for me, it doesn't justify why this guy must get $45 million. I think I saw a stat this week that he's played one playoff game or 3 or 4 playoff games his whole life. He's won one playoff game like his whole life. He's getting $5 million. He's but I rate him, but I think his time is running out. Like he needs to go to a challenger, man. It's a team that's gonna get you conference finals at the very least, And I don't think the Hornets, man, it's a step back for me. Like just like the Bulls, I think the Hornets and the Bulls are like the same level, Unless he's chasing a bag and not chasing like glory and to have your name live on,
I know, I hear you. Yeah, from a legacy standpoint. Yeah. And then when I Water Boy, do you concur with James and Menzi, or do you perhaps have a different view on this?
I do concur because, Levine going to the Hornets doesn't help the Hornets. And as much as there will be, I guess, a Levine and Lonzo duo, they already don't have enough So they'll be trading what they have for like one star player, and then from there, I think it gets worse. So no, it's not a good trade. It's better for Levine to stay where he is at the Bulls.
Yeah, and another thing is that what's going on at the Bulls? It's not like they have a bad roster, but it seems like the team itself, there's something going on internally that's just messing everything up for the organization itself. Like they're not playing at a level that we all know that they are capable of playing at. I mean, Levine, Vucevic, who's this guy?
DeRozan,
DeRozan. What's that guy's name again?
Kobe White,
Yeah, Kobe White, the guy who used to play for the Lakers with the
Caruso.
Caruso. You know, they've got a decent roster, yet they are underachieving. Do you perhaps think that there may be turmoil within the camp where maybe one person just, not even one person, but it's a dressing room issue, Menzi?
Hey, I don't know, bro. They don't seem doesn't seem like it when they're playing. You know, they seem like they cool. They seem like a bunch of guys who are all cool with each other just from the individual attitudes. Maybe it's a coaching thing. I don't know, man. They just don't seem like the type of guys to have locker room issues. Just the structure of the team. I think everybody seems to know their role. Maybe it's just coaching, man. I don't know.
Yeah, I know, no, indeed, man. I also feel like it has to do with that. It has to do with the coaching aspects of things, and as well, I feel like in the back of a lot of these stars' heads, they may feel as if things are the team is about to get blown up, and they are thinking more of the next move rather than focusing on the present, and that's of course trying to help the team.
Possibly.
Yeah. So yeah, man. Hey, it's crazy, man. All the best to all of them. But yeah, here's another. Yeah, Jordan Poole. It's like
Thank you
what's
for bringing
going
this
on
up.
with Homeboy, man? What's running with him? Like it's crazy on how he has fallen off. This season. What do you think the issue may
Can
be?
I start us off
Yeah,
on this topic?
yeah.
I saw the clip the other day. I think no, I don't know who they were playing, the Wizards, but they lost that game. It was the fourth quarter. They were down 10 with 4 minutes remaining, and then Jordan Poole rolled the ball on the end because when you roll the ball in,
Yeah.
the shot clock doesn't run down.
Yeah.
But he let the ball roll when his team was down 10 points and they needed to come back. And for me, I think it's his mentality thing because he came from Golden State and he was a superstar at Golden State. So I think it's now turned to he knows he's the best guy on the team, but he's sort of becoming selfish with that ability and that power, and he's not playing team ball. He's focusing more on himself. And I think to his detriment and to his team's detriment because they're 15th in the West. But yeah, I think it's his way of thinking that I'm the best nigga here, I can do whatever. But it's not helping him, it's not helping his team. I just think that's what it like the chip got to his head, basically.
Yeah, I think for me, Jordan Poole has never played winning ball. Like his ball has never been about winning. It's always been about me and how can I score 20 points a game. Like even when you scored that 30 points, it wasn't impressive. Man, he was off 26 shots, bro. Like that's not winning ball. It's like chucking shots and hoping the ball goes. And you end up giving a lot of defensive rebounds for your teammates. I mean, for the opposing team, and it leads into points and So I mean, like 30 points off of 26 shots, 1 rebound, 1 assist. I think he's trash, eh? Like he's complete trash.
Yeah,
I don't think him at all, man.
Yeah. But did you guys foresee this happening? Like, they say thingy. What again? Hindsight is 2020. But did you guys anticipate this happening? Because to be fair, I thought maybe this guy was gonna take off. At Washington. Yeah. When I see, what do you think?
Nah, I thought Jordan Poole was gonna be the next guy at Golden State. Even like it's almost as if Golden State had a successful drafting system. So he was kind of next in line, basically. If he just stayed beneath the Splash Brothers for a few more years, he'd end up becoming the Golden State, star. That's what I saw for him because he had that potential to be almost like I guess, the third Splash Brother. So yeah, I didn't expect for it to just go left. I think after that whole Draymond stuff, it exposed a lot of stuff, and then I guess things went left. But at Washington, when he went to Washington, I was like, I mean, I guess he's a good addition to Washington because their team is so bad. But I didn't think it'd make like an impact. I just knew maybe it'd drop his cool 24 points a game and 30 points sometimes, but I don't think it would have made an impact on Washington. Just would have gotten slightly better.
I know, indeed. I mean, even Washington, when you look at their roster, that roster isn't a mind-blowing roster. It's just, God, I don't think they even have half a star there. Besides an all-star, they just don't even have any player that I can say that this is a player that I'd like at my team.
Kuzma is good, guys. I don't know. I still rate Kuzma, man. I still rate that, he can give you something. I think there's still some production in him that you can get out of Kuzma. But yeah, man, beyond Kuzma, geez, man, I can't even name you the players in that team.
Yeah, that's true. But for the Lakers, Jimmy, do you think Kuzma would make a difference for the Lakers currently?
I think the problem with Kuzma at the Lakers, I think he was caught up in the limelight and caught up in trying to be a star. Caught up in trying to be the third star next to AD and LeBron. And like he'll do like a lot of stupid shit, like a lot of stuff that he wants, like you could see he's trying to shine, And I think with Kuzma, if he knows his role, like, that, what, I'm probably not the third star, but I'm just here to do something effectively and efficiently. Then for me, that's going to be a dangerous Kuzma. But I think you see his dress code. He likes to wear funny things. He likes the spotlight. He likes to show. He doesn't want to be like the fourth star because, Austin Reeves probably is like the third star at the Lakers, But I think he'll struggle to fall to be in the system. Like Harden said, I'm the system. Like he thinks he's a system, So I think he'll struggle to do that because of his ego. But I think he knows that, look, I'm just the guy who's going to be out here giving you 15 points a game, 5 rebounds, 2 or 3 assists, helping my team win. And he's a tall guy, And I think if the Lakers were adding on size, like remember the previous team when they had like Rondo and they had Kendrick Nunn, like short dudes, bro. Like they were no threats, So I think in terms of height and addition, but I think his mentality right now is shot. And I think he's just enjoying the money at the Warriors. I think he's getting something at the Warriors. I think he's getting the Wizards. He's getting something like $33 million to play there. Who's like $33 million to play in any other team?
Yes.
So he's probably settled at like 15 or 18. So I think he's just like happy. I've got my chip. I'm getting paid. I'm in DC and he's chilling, bro. Yeah. But I like him. I like Kuzma. I really like Kuzma.
Yeah. I don't know. I hear you, James. I hear you. Let's move on to the next topic, guys. Tyrese Halliburton. Do you guys think he is the best PG in the East? I saw this today, and I just wanted to, ask you guys. We'll start with you, Mins. Do you think he is the best in the East?
Is that his average?
No. I don't. That's what he dropped today.
Oh no, I haven't heard much of Tyrese, so I don't think he's the best in the East. I'll have to do a bit of research, but I wouldn't say he's the best in the East.
He's killing it though.
Even though the Pacers seem to be doing well.
He's killing it, man. He's dropping 35.
The Pacers seem to be doing well, yeah. But I wouldn't say, top of my head, I wouldn't say he's the best in the East. But maybe I'm missing something.
Who's better than him as PG in the East right now?
Come to think of it, that's the reason why I posed this question.
Yeah, there's one better than him right now. I mean, just think of the East, the PGs in the East. He's dominating. Probably even LaMelo Ball are the two guys that are like really balling out. I mean,
Melo.
Yeah, I mean, they're dropping 30. I think they're like averaging like 30 to 35. I think he's been averaging like 33 over the last like 5-6 games, averaging like 12 or 13 or something crazy like that, So
with no turnovers.
with no turnovers. Yeah, that's another thing.
That's
Yeah.
crazy. That is crazy.
And he
Yeah.
can shoot the three. He controls the pace.
Mm.
He gets his teammates involved. So I think for me, he's dope. And one thing I was trying to figure out this morning when I saw this crazy game. I think it was at what 152, 157, something crazy like that,
Yeah, you're right.
against the Atlanta Hawks. Why did the Kings trade this dude? Like, I'm still trying to
Good question.
understand.
You can't have two bulls in the crowd, James. You can only have one bull. It was either him or what's his name again? Fox. Who would you? Who? Yeah, that's a good question. Who would you have chosen, James? Last episode
Aaron
I asked.
Trades?
Yeah, between
Look,
Fox. Yeah, and
I
this
wouldn't.
guy.
I wouldn't draft. I wouldn't throw away a promising draft pick.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a draft. I mean, look at the Clippers. The
Mm.
Clippers possibly made the biggest mistake of all time, and no one talks about this. They drafted. I mean, Gilgis Alexander is the biggest fumble of all time. And that's
Yeah.
a guy that you draft, that you must nurture and be patient with these guys.
Mm.
They weren't patient with Shea, and he's now like what, number 2 or number 3 in terms of points per game. He's a beast. He's a killer. Tyrese as well. I mean, geez, like, why are you throwing away your draft picks, bro?
Yeah.
I mean, in every draft season or draft pick, there's like about 5 to 7 good players, and everyone else is trash. And he was one of them, and they traded him away. So I don't know. I mean, for Sabonis, I don't know, bro. Like, is Sabonis worth Tyrese Halliburton? I don't think so.
Mm. Yeah. And as well, I just feel like you just hit the nail on the head on being patient on players. I mean, it's just at times franchises want to, they want instant results immediately,
Yeah.
and it's just a matter of them just being a bit more patient. And yeah, man, it's crazy on how Tyrese has turned out to be the player he is. I feel like he did show glimpses when he played for the Kings. He has dropped like a 30 piece. I think personally, if a rookie or a sophomore player drops 30 or 40 a game, there's something in that player, in my opinion. You don't just drop those numbers for the sake of dropping. Even Matt Barnes. Matt Barnes has never dropped he's never dropped a 30 piece in his career, Matt Barnes.
That's
See what I'm
crazy.
saying? And this is someone who's popular in of course from the players of the past. And so if someone is able to do that, then there's something that's within them. That's just my opinion.
On that topic, I mean, for me,
Yeah.
there's always been a curious case of Cam Thomas. Cam
Yeah.
Thomas was 40 and he's out the for the next 3 or 4 games, like playing
Dude.
5 minutes, 10 minutes. Like, what's happening at the Brooklyn Nets? Why don't they see what they have in Cam Thomas?
Dude, Mincy was even saying this in our last
A lot of
episode.
people have been complaining.
Mm.
Oh.
They're
Why
not
is he
serious.
benching, bro? I don't understand as well. I don't understand their plan. I don't know. But yeah, weird, bro.
It is weird. I mean, and Cam has done it on numerous occasions. It's not like he's done it once. Like, I can count I can't even count how many times he's dropped more than 30 points now. And
Easily.
then he can't. Yeah, bro.
Yeah, it does, man. It's always dropping.
Yeah, I know, it's crazy, man. It really is crazy on how he's treated and all, hey.
And talking about young players, I don't know. I think for me, there's the NBA is like there's a bubble that's gonna burst soon with LeBron, KD, Steph still dominating. Look at all the teams that you currently have right now. How many of those teams are being spearheaded by a young guy? Hardly anyone. Portland Trailblazers put all their picks, or they threw all their eggs in Scoot Henderson, and he's been eyed. I mean, I can't think of any other team that's it's all the players. So for me, in terms of what NBA teams are doing to younger players, there's just not enough patience, and LeBron and those guys just want to play on forever. So it also like affects it affects how they develop the younger players. So I think for me, it's quite unfortunate. There's only a few, like, if you think of the top players in the 25, there's a few of them who are like really promising, but it's still pretty much an old man's league right now. So I think,
100%.
yeah.
I know
Wait,
there you've hit the nail on the head. Yeah, can go. What a boy.
does Luca count as a young guy? Because then I'd say
He's still
Denver. I
young.
mean,
Yeah.
not Denver, Dallas.
Oh yeah,
He
Yeah,
does
same.
count as
yeah. You see, Luca Tatum.
Tatum.
Yeah.
Tatum is not
If you-
youth anymore.
Ah,
he's
Tatum
still
comes-
there.
What?
If you're under 10 years, you're still young for me. But Tatum is not youth. Yeah, he's has to win a chip. This is basically his growing up season. Basically,
Yeah, he has to
this
show us
season is
something.
the growing up season.
yeah,
And Shea.
bro. And
Shea on the Thunder.
yeah, Shea as well. Yeah, you're
I'll
right.
consider him
you're
young.
right. Yeah, no, Shea isn't done.
Guys, and I was telling X the other day, for me, a player that's just not talked about because of PR is Shea Holmgren. Bro, like, I look at him and I look at Wemby. I mean, he's playing
Yeah.
winning basketball. Wemby's
Yeah.
just a show, like he's like a show. And they play trash basketball,
It's
Really trash.
It's marketing. Yeah, the marketing is not on
Not
his side.
inside, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And we'll see towards the end of the season that Wemby will win Rookie of the Year. But I've been watching the OKC and I'm like, nah, man, this boy can hoop, bro. Like properly hoop.
Yeah.
But just no PR.
100%. And I think it also,
Fresh.
and I also think it also plays to. I think I, for one, I'd prefer being. I wouldn't want attention to be on me too much. I'd like to be the guy who's overlooked, in the sense that at least I know that even if maybe if I have a bad game, I'm not gonna trend per se. Because when Banyama does trend when he fumbles, whereas at least with Chet, even if Chet drops like 9 points, it's not gonna be the story of the day. Whereas when Banyama does that, it's going to be the story of the day. So it removes a lot of pressure on Chet as well. And as well, another thing that I also rate about Chet is his efficiency. He's very efficient, bro.
Yeah.
Very,
He
very,
doesn't
very,
take a lot of shots. There's actually a lot of shooters at OKC. I was watching them play against the Warriors. They're full of shooters, eh? So like shit knows that when he gets the ball, he only has about 13 shots in a game. That's all he has,
Yeah.
and he uses 13 shots properly. So yeah, it's a team that I really rate. And what do you guys think about Wemby? Is he living up to the hype, or it's just a few games that he's played well in?
What a boy. I
Is
feel
he
like I'm
living up
talking
to the hype? I mean, he started off strong, but I feel like now it's just a consistency game. Like he's shown us that he can do it. He must just stay at that level, keep it up right now. So has he been living to the hype? A little, yeah, I guess, yeah. But he must just stay there, keep it there, so that people get, like, he can actually live up to it. Because for me, if you're up and down, I wouldn't say he's living up to it. So it's really a consistency thing for me.
Yeah, and as well, I mean, on my end, I think he's
I don't
so.
think
Sorry, Manzi. But did you wanna?
I think it's impossible for him to live up to the hype. The hype is too large.
Yeah, the height is like as tall
The
as.
hype is too big for him to live up to it. He's gonna do well. He's gonna do well and be a rookie of the year, but that hype is too much. You'd have to be dropping 35, 40 points a night to live up to that hype.
Yeah, but another thing is, guys, when you look at that team, bro, that team is dead, bro. Like it's dead. Let's be honest, dude.
Yeah, they're not a good team.
It's
They're not
it's
good.
not a. They don't play as one. They don't pass the ball. He hardly gets the ball. I just feel like, man, when I watch the Spurs, bro, I'm like, no, these guys, they look so disjointed. There's no structure, like. Another thing I think as well with James, I'm leaning towards now Chet being rookie of the year is the team's performance. OKC are fourth, bro. OKC are winning games. They're not like the Spurs where it's at times homie drops a double, a decent double. Then following game it's 9 points. It's that as well, man. I just think he needs a better I think he needs a point guard, man. I'd trade for CP3, bro.
I actually thought they were gonna get Austin Reeves.
Yeah,
The Spurs,
They would have given him a bag, eh? Like I really thought they would have given him like 100 mil. You know,
yeah,
he needs a point guard who will feed him the ball. And I think
yeah.
what's unfortunate about the Spurs is that again, and I think when I was just looking at like the young players in the league, the Spurs are quite young, you
Mm,
know, and there's only a few young players that you can really rely on in the league right now, and they're probably like I, I think between them and OKC, fine enough, they're probably like the youngest teams or the youngest
mm,
rosters in the NBA, and the Spurs just ain't it. Whereas OKC, those guys have been playing together for a while, and there's I think they're just for me the OKCs are going to be quite scary, because they've got draft picks like multiple draft picks up
dude.
until 2050 basically from four players you know
Yeah,
um so they're a very good young team, but in terms of young teams, man, I'm just not seeing it. There's the Hornets. I don't know if they can call them a young team. There's a couple of old guys, but fairly young core.
mm,
Anyways, OKC, they bowling. Shit, he's part of the winning. He doesn't like drop like 5 points and like 2 rebounds. It's like on the score sheet, he's like at the top with Shea. You know,
yeah.
so for me, if I'm gonna call it, and I know it's not gonna be a popular opinion, I'm gonna lose out on this, but he's my rookie of the year.
That's far.
Yeah, and I
I,
think he's
I,
gonna win it. I think he's gonna
I,
win it
yeah,
because the Spurs are bad, bro. Like they
they're
complete
terrible,
trash.
bro.
They trash,
Yo,
honestly.
to a point where I think people are no longer coming to the state to the arena
Yeah,
rather. When you watch the
yeah,
games now, the games are not empty, bro. Because like the fans, at the end of the day, as much as they drafted Wemby, you also want to get W's, bro. And right now the franchise isn't doing well at all, bro. You are right, James. They need someone to feed Wemby. And Wemby as well needs to focus on his mid-range game. He's got an unstoppable mid-range game. This thing of him trying to shoot threes, he's not that good at shooting threes. You know,
yeah. He's on the second day.
yeah, there's a game where he was, I think, 2 for 10. That's not good, bro. But when he's inside the perimeter, that guy can score at will. I just think even on his end, but of course he's gonna grow and realize that, if I just stay in the paint, no one can guard me, bro. Like I think he was playing against Bam, bro. Like he was in the paint. Vassals passed him the ball. He got the ball and he hit a fadeaway, bro. The release point was so fucking high, bro. Even Bam didn't even contest it. Bam just looked at it because he could see that, nah, yeah, I ain't touching that. So for me, even that, bro, like there's no need to shoot the three. In my opinion, bro, if you've got a good mid-range game, just play a mid-range game. Be like DeRozan. I mean, DeRozan has Sean playing that way.
He's a pure mid ranger, man.
Yeah, pure,
Yes.
bro. Pure, 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 pure. Yeah, man. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And then
The
your
Spurs, the
MVP,
Spurs have cap space. You know that. For me, I think they've been quite
yeah,
greedy.
they do.
There's no max player. Maybe I think probably Vassell probably has the biggest bag there.
Yeah.
No one else is getting paid. I mean, they should have used this off season to build the
Mm,
pieces around this guy. Like honestly, for me, I'm like Austin Reeves was there for the taking. They could have thrown
yeah,
100 mil at him, and the Lakers were not gonna compete on 100 mil. You know,
yeah,
and yeah. Anyways, they let it go. But I think they need a proper point guard,
yeah,
um, a power forward, or I don't know if they're gonna play him as a center or power forward, but someone else yeah, because I feel like they're quite a small team
yeah.
besides Indy, you know.
Yeah, no, indeed, 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 bro. And then for MVP currently, guys, who yeah, I'll ask each, I'll ask each of you guys for MVP, which players do you think deserve? Actually, top three. Let me say top three just to make things a bit more interesting. I'll start with you, Menzi. Right now, your top three players. Oh shit, he's gone. What a boy.
oh,
Top three.
um, I'm not gonna lie, I haven't been keeping up with stats like that. But
Yeah,
my number one is currently like at the moment, it's Embiid, and then second is Jokic, and then my third guy would either be, I'm actually not sure because I don't know who else is like going crazy like that, but I'd say maybe Luca
I'll
or
give you a clue.
Giannis,
Yeah. Yeah.
and then I think a dark horse for MVP is Anthony Edwards this season.
Ish.
Just like he's creeping, he's creeping.
Alrighty, alrighty. I mean, his team is yeah. The Timberwolves are number one in the West, which is wild, you know. But yeah, when I mean your top three this season,
I'd say Luca. Mm. Yeah, Luka Jokic, Giannis. Yeah.
James.
I think for me right now, the guy who's killing the game right now is Luca.
Yeah,
Luca is winning ball. I'm really liking. Quite excited to see the Mavs up against the Lakers tomorrow.
yeah,
Tomorrow morning. It'll be quite a pretty dope game. We'll be up for that. So I think no, Luca has been, bro. He's been killing it. Jokic is Jokic. I don't think he cares so much about MVP. He's just doing his normal Jokic shit, So I don't think there's anything spectacular that he's currently doing right now, But I think Luca is playing out of his mind right now.
yeah,
So I'll Luca. My number two pick will probably be Shea. Guys, Shea is killing it, bro. Like
yeah.
Shea is really, really, really killing it. And probably at number three, not a popular pick, poverty franchise, but I'll say Tyrese Halliburton, bro.
Yeah.
I'll say Tyrese Halliburton is killing it, bro. Like what I'm seeing from him, I'll say it. So I think those will be my top three, but I
Yeah.
think it's about time we give LeBron some respect. And I think it's a bit unfair for LeBron that ever since he won his 4 MVPs, like people don't want to consider him in the MVP chat. Like, what is he
Yeah.
doing in the past 6 games? What is he doing so differently that he can't be in the chat?
Yeah. True.
He's dropping exactly what everyone else is dropping, but he's never in the chat. And over the past 5 years, he's never been in the chat. He's like, I saw a stat the other week where he's like the top 20. I think he was like number 16. I'm like, 16? Really? But anyways, I'm liking those three so far. I'm liking those three.
Yeah. I know that. And then most improved.
Most improved and for me, bro. And Edwards.
You go for
Yeah.
Ant,
Yeah.
guys. But
It's
isn't he an
Maxi.
all-star already? He was an all-star last season, was Ant.
Similar to how who's this? Ja Morant won it that season. What makes him different?
He wasn't meant to. They just gave
So now
him.
that's the standard now. That's the standard now that they said when they give it to Ja Morant.
Guys. I'd say. Oh, you just named thingy, right? You said Edwards, right? But wouldn't you put Tyrese also in that conversation?
He could
Yeah.
He could be in that. He could be in the chat.
Yeah, it has to be Maxi because Anthony's improvement is it's a marginal one. Anthony's always had been a beast. He's just like slightly better beast than he was before. Maxi, like he took a leap, bro.
Yeah.
He had the
True,
potential, but he took a big leap. Huh?
Guys, I also think Desmond Bain, guys. Bain is averaging 30 points.
But they're losing, bro. Like
Yeah.
you should glorify dudes who are balling in a losing team. They dreadful, bro. Like they're a dreadful franchise this season. So it's like I don't know, but like, look, I hear you, but for me, off of the fact that they've been dreadful, and that's the standard that they've set for LeBron. You can't be the MVP if your team is so bad. Similarly, you can't be winning these awards and your team is losing and the team is struggling at the bottom. Like I've seen them play a few games this season, and it's like I don't know. They really miss Dylan Brooks as much as they don't realize that. But they really miss as much as they miss Ja Morant because they were a system. And but anyways.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. I don't know, gents. In closing, do you guys want to say anything?
Oh,
'Cause I feel
Tatum,
like-
guys. Tatum must also get respect. I mean, Tatum's scoring like
For
numbers,
MVP.
bro. Yeah, MVP. But yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. I mean,
I feel for me personally, I feel like if Tatum and JB don't win it this season, they should tear it apart. Like,
I
damn,
agree.
bro,
man.
how many more years do you guys want?
And
You
this
have
is
Drew,
the
I don't.
this is the best they've ever looked.
yeah. You
Mhm.
have Drew. You've got the what is
Was
it?
it?
The what is he? Ukrainian? Is he Ukrainian? Oh no, there's
Porzingis,
the
Uh,
Latvian. The
Latvian. Yeah,
Latvian,
yeah.
yeah,
The
you've got
thing.
the Latvian unicorn, and you can't
Yeah.
win. Ah, come on, bro. Like
You're
they must
right.
break it apart, get picks. Similar to
Mm.
how they broke apart Garnett and Paul Pierce for these
Yeah.
guys. I think they need to do the same, bro. Like it's now or never, eh?
Yep,
100%.
I
I know.
agree.
I fully agree. And as well, I think this is Tatum's final year of his super rookie max.
Yep.
So we can't have two guys on what I can.
60 M per annum, bro. It's gonna be crazy.
Yeah. But the league is becoming more lucrative, guys. I mean,
Dog.
it's becoming more lucrative, dog.
But is,
Because
is the
even
cap
Devin
space
Booker,
increasing? Is the cap space
sorry,
increasing? Is the cap space increasing for how the NBA is being lucrative, or they're capping it and they're not increasing it in relation to how the NBA is getting paid?
I think they're increasing it. Yeah, with regards to the revenue that the NBA is getting. We just need a Saudi owner in the NBA, bro, to change shit up.
Yeah, they're gonna be
Yo,
balling for
imagine if
real.
Saudi ninjas are allowed to buy teams, bro, James. Oh my days. Yo,
The
what's
black
happening?
athletes are gonna be so
For
happy.
me in closing, I just want to say that,
Yeah,
and this is up to you, X. You doubted the Minnesota Timberwolves with Rudy Gobert, and they're looking
yeah,
pretty good. Man. They're
I
looking
did.
pretty good, man.
They
You know,
do,
so for
and they're
me,
playing as
I
well.
told a friend, watch those boys. I think something clicked in them. Something
Mm,
clicked, and they've got they've got a pretty solid team, and it's a bunch of
mm,
guys who play 82 games,
yeah,
except Carl Anthony Towns, but he had a very bad. But I think besides last season, I think they can play
yeah.
82 games and they play winning ball. So for me, dark horses, Minnesota. I'm loving OKC,
Mm.
and I want to see how what their peak is. So that's for me in closing. Just watch those two teams.
Mm,
I,
definitely.
Minzy, do you have anything to say closing?
Nah, that was it. I just wanted to just remind you guys of Tatum. That's all.
Yeah.
What's your closing
Yeah.
statement?
Okay, with me, man, I really, how can I say this? I think Milwaukee are not the team that we think they're gonna be. Personally,
Yeah,
Yeah, I
they're not
get
that.
that.
They're
I
not
get
that.
that.
even when they beat the Mavs, the Mavs played a solid game. I just think the ref there at the end, made a dubious call that favored the Mavs, but they're not the team that we think that we thought that they were gonna be. That's them losing Drew Holiday has really weakened them. It really has.
Also, I can say Dame hasn't been that guy as well.
Yeah,
Still has
yeah,
just been shaky.
Yeah,
it's been
I mean
shaky.
he's not been efficient. I haven't seen Dame time, bro. Like you know,
Yeah.
so I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, yeah, you're right. They're not that guy, hey, Milwaukee.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. I think Dame is going through a lot personally as well. I think there's a lot happening, going through a divorce. I mean, it could be a factor in why he's performing the way he is. But I think defensively, the Bucks are just weaker. They're weaker, and so yeah, man. And of course, what a boy saying Denver might repeat. Yeah, we shall see, dog. We shall see. I mean,
Nope.
no one would.
I'm a hater. I'm a Denver hater.
I
I'm not.
know, I know, I know.
Nah,
I think, I
not
think
yet.
Yeah,
they were so lucky last year that they had no injuries throughout
yeah,
the entire run last year.
yeah.
MPJ is injury prone. We
Hmm.
saw what happened with Jamal Murray.
Yeah,
So let them lose two guys. Like most teams have. I mean, look at the Lakers. They go through half a season. I mean, look at this season. I mean, they've lost like the first few games had like 5 or 6 players. They're already trying to
yeah.
pull up 10-day players to come through. So Denver loses 2 or 3 players. They're gonna see flames.
It's
They're really
chai.
gonna see flames.
Chai. Yeah, I
And
know
who's that boy
indeed.
who left them last season, man? Who was so pivotal in the finals. I forgot his name. Who's now at the
But
Pacers?
Bruce,
Yes, Bruce Brown.
yeah,
He was so key, bro. Like he was so
what?
key to the performance, and they didn't replace him.
He
So
didn't.
and he was a number like a solid number sixth man for the team.
Yeah,
And, I
Yes.
mean, Broad is not that guy. I don't think he's filled. He can fill Bruce Brown's sixth man in the team. He's just an average white boy who he can hoop, but he doesn't scare people like Bruce Brown did in that playoffs last season. So anyway, so for me, I'm a hater of the
yeah.
Denver. And I don't think they'll repeat. They played boring basketball. They give us a very boring NBA finals. And I don't want to see them again there. Please. I'd rather see Boston in the finals any day. Real talk.
Yeah. I no. Gents, thank you so much for availing yourselves. I think we've discussed everything that I wanted us to discuss. Thank you for availing yourselves more than anything. Guys, please like, comment, share, subscribe to the channel. This is Easy Sport.
Peace.
We out.
Yeah.
Peace.
Peace, yo.